This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about September 9th, 1997. It's a taped Raw, and I know you'll remember this. You're in the ring interviewing Shawn Michaels, and apparently Vince McMahon, this is rare, he's not at the show.
Mm-hmm.
So Shawn is going to put on some extremely tight biker shorts and stuff his shorts to enhance
tube socks.
There you go.
He loaded them. He loaded his drawers with tube socks, so it looked like he had a giant bulge. And that was all. That was distasteful. But it's being cool. No, Conrad, it's not distasteful. So you don't understand. See, JR, you don't understand the facet of being cool, because you're too old to be cool. I'm cool, and this is cool, and the boys are going to love it. The boys are going to love anything because they're the easiest audience to manipulate, because they're the dumbest by and large. They get caught up in their own bullshit, forgetting this is a theatrical presentation, shall I say. So yeah, he was jumping up in my face, if I remember.
Yes, he was jumping up, crotch chopping, putting his stuffed crotch in your face. And the Undertaker was not there. He had done a pre-taped interview that was going to appear on the Titantron, and they had sort of figured out, okay, Shawn will say this, and then we'll play this tape of Undertaker saying that. But of course, he goes out of his way to bury the Undertaker because he knows it's on tape.
Mm-hmm.
He can say whatever he wants, and Undertaker's not there to run down and beat the shit out of him, at least in character.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to edit this to hell and back to make it airable. What do you remember about this and any potential fallout, or is it the same as every time else I've asked and nothing to do?
It was childish, immature, unprofessional. But on the other side of the coin, it's, well, wait a minute. No, all was wrong. It's creative. It's cutting edge. It's getting ahead of the curve. It's reality based. It's Shawn being Shawn. Okay, well, all right. I can see some of those reasons. But at the end of the day, it's still unprofessional, distracting, and unproductive, in my opinion. That's just me. Now, there's going to be people listening to this who can remember that interview or go back and watch it on the WWE Network or on YouTube or wherever you source your video and say, oh, man, that was entertaining. It's entertaining in 2020. It wasn't so entertaining in 1997. There's a difference there.
Bruce points to that interview and says that this is when Vince coined the phrase attitude. You know, we're about to be knee deep in the attitude era. And apparently he was excusing Shawn's behavior here, saying he's showing attitude.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that what you remember about?
Yeah, pretty much. Just justifying Shawn's actions. It's like defending your son who continually gets in trouble. Simple as that, man. And he was always going to be there, the protector of Shawn Michaels. So, and I believe it was because he knew that in that all those clouds and distractions, that Shawn was going to be one of the biggest stars we ever had, sooner than later. And of course, we had to wait till a little bit later, based on how everything went down and his exodus and his long sabbatical.
Let's talk about when you go back through the curtain. You've just been in the ring with Shawn. He did all this crazy stuffing shorts and crotch chopping and burying the Undertaker. Vince isn't there. Is there some sort of I don't know. Do you have a heart to heart with him at all about this?
Shit, no. Why waste my breath? That'd be like having a heart to heart with me and you about going on a fucking diet. Ain't going to happen. What the hell? No, I didn't want to engage it anymore. I was done with it.
Right.
And it's up to somebody else to edit it. It was real long. It winded around and meandered. And again, I will say in his defense, you can look at it from the way that JR, don't be so old school. And that is part of the Attitude Era. And look, I did as much as anybody there, at least in my own egocentric mind, to help build the Attitude Era. Lawler and my voice was the voices of the Attitude Era. And, so I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. But through that, we had a lot of growing pains to do. We didn't know what the Attitude Era was. We just started this damn thing. Who knew? So, but the Attitude Era was ironically set up for Shawn, but it was taken over by Vince and Steve. That's the Attitude Era. McMahon and Austin. The best heel we had, VKM. Best babyface we had for the Attitude Era was Stone Cold.
Right.
So, but no, I didn't engage it. I didn't. He may have said something, hope he didn't get pissed off but you can tell when somebody's serious or when they're not. But no, I don't think I said anything. What is there to say?
Right.
It's just going to engage in a conversation that can't even have any kind of resolution. It's just one guy sharing his being pissed off or embarrassed or humiliated or whatever to another guy who that just basically confirms what he wanted to do. He wanted to embarrass and humiliate and be a lightning rod so that people would never forget that promo. And so there again, I may be talking myself out of this defense. Maybe that's what he wanted. And if he did, he accomplished it.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.